Of all the fights, you've had 50. Who would you say was your toughest opponent?
You got guys that punch hard and hit hard, and you got guys that come out and win a few rounds. But nothing really was tough.
Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. He stops the bout. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Get out.
Castillo got robbed.
Max Kellerman is leaving no doubt about where he stands. Known for his sharp analytical mind, he didn't just offer a fresh perspective. He went all in, directly challenging one of the most recognizable figures in the sport. In doing so, Kellerman may have sparked a full-blown firestorm, splitting fans down the middle and forcing the boxing world to question long-held beliefs about greatness, legacy, and what truly defines the sport's all-time icons.
And Sugar Ray Robinson, how many wins he got? I said he got like over 150 wins. He stopped for me. He said, but who got more championship titles? Me or him? I said, hold on, Floyd. He said, answer the question. I said, Floyd, there's more titles now than then. There was just one then. That's no fair. Answer the question. I said, okay, you. Do I not have 28 titles? And I was just like, I don't know. He said, oh, you're supposed to be the expert. But the reason why I said that is because there's minor and major titles. Who else greater than me? I said, Henry Armstrong, Roberto Duran. He said, oh my God. He said, you said something about Pacquiao. Yeah, I said, I think you'll beat Pacquiao every day of the week, but I think he had a greater career. He said, you ain't think Pacquiao was on steroids? I said, he didn't fail any tests, Floyd. He said, look at me in my eyes. I can't say, man, he didn't fail. He said, oh man, you failed. I saw that as a initiation. This is what you about to get. Nobody's greater than Floyd. My thing is, he should feel that way, but you can't expect everybody to feel that you're the greatest.
He has been outspoken and brutally direct in his mission to tear down Floyd Mayweather's legacy, making it clear that, in his view, the era of Floyd as the untouchable standard is over and that a new undefeated king has taken the throne in modern boxing.
Because, like, if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring them. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. Oh, yes. That makes a difference to people.
Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. Cotto, an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. He fought Shane Mosley at 38 years old, and it still was a good fight while he left. Shane almost took him out at 38. He fought Oscar De La Hoya at an old age. My point is, you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them biggest, best two names you can pull up? I'm just saying, Floyd never fought nobody that was of his equal.
It began with quiet whispers, the kind that always trail a legend like Floyd Mayweather. Even in retirement, his shadow still hangs over boxing, and every word he speaks carries enough weight to shake the sport.
Floyd provided everyone unrealistic expectations. You could win every fight, basically never get hit, and make all the money. it's not going to work like that for the most part for everybody, you know? Like, it literally only went that way for one guy.
I love Floyd, but it seems like everybody's afraid to have that O, to have a 1 or 2 where the O used to be. Ali follows.
As talk around pound-for-pound King Terence, Bud, Crawford hit a boiling point. Subtle noise began coming from Mayweather's camp, calculated remarks meant to question the modern era's top fighter and quietly remind everyone who once ruled the throne. It wasn't a direct challenge, just classic Mayweather gamesmanship, but this time it sparked something bigger. Max Kellerman, who has analyzed Floyd's career for years, heard the message and fired back with an unexpected ferocity that turned whispers into a full-blown debate.
Fighting everyone right up until the point where he started to make money. But as much credit as you get for making, the primacy of business, for making business your priority, well, that comes with trade-offs, because when you make business decisions constantly, sometimes your athletic achievements won't be regarded in the same way as if you made athletic achievements your priority. That said, Mayweather has accomplished a tremendous amount athletically. But the three fighters he didn't fight, Antonio Margarito, Manny Pacquiao, when he was obliterating De La Hoya, Hatton, and Cotto, and Shane Mosley when he still had something left. And while he will wind up fighting Pacquiao and Mosley, it'll both be, at the right time for Floyd. That said, what about at the right time for Floyd? He's also ancient. A fighter approaching 40, fighting at the level Mayweather is fighting, is unheard of. Mayweather, until recent times, would be considered one of the greatest older fighters of, that would be the whole story. Oh my God, can you believe how old Mayweather is? It's a little bit unfair to Floyd to say, well, you're picking these guys at the right time. Floyd.
This wasn't the calm, historical take fans expected. It was raw and explosive. Max Kellerman stunned the boxing world by directly comparing Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, arguing that Crawford's willingness to chase the toughest challenges has already given him a stronger, more meaningful legacy. He contrasted Crawford's fearless approach with Mayweather's calculated strategy, describing Floyd as a master tactician who, especially after lightweight, carefully managed his career by timing fights and often facing opponents past their peak.
The Pacquiao you're describing, who knocked out Ricky Hatton, who YouTubed Ricky Hatton, turned YouTube into a verb, what he did to Ricky Hatton, and then destroyed Cotto, and before that, and then just the way he beat De La Hoya even before that,
Well, De La Hoya was old, though.
Sure, but Mayweather fought those guys basically at the same point in their career that Pacquiao did, before them. Okay. And the reason that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was hyped up to the extent that it was is that, boy, Mayweather's this all-time great, and Pacquiao is doing these guys even worse than Floyd is doing them. Everyone wanted to see that fight. That Pacquiao's been gone for a long time. So why don't fighters retire when they should?
Kellerman backed up his claim by pointing to Crawford's demolition of Errol Spence Jr. and his masterful win over Canelo Alvarez as undeniable proof of true greatness. To him, Crawford's readiness to face anyone, anytime, is the pure essence of what defines an all-time great, something he argued was missing from Mayweather's later, more calculated career. And that bold take alone was enough to ignite controversy, but Kellerman wasn't finished yet.
That's right.
Wow. That's cheating.
I love it.
That is cheating.
That's a heel turn. You the boss. I love it. That's a heel turn. I love it. You got fired. Now, here's the thing. Roy at his peak. Just remember this. If Roy would have retired after the Ruiz fight, he would have replaced Sugar Ray Robinson as the greatest fighter of all time. I agree. Right? But he didn't, and the rest of that stuff is in there, right? So I get it. But Roy at his peak, I think, had a higher peak than anyone on this list.
I agree.
Okay, Manny Pacquiao, we've all said it a million times. I think he is, outside of Sugar Ray Robinson, I have Manny Pacquiao's second greatest pound-for-pound fighter ever. Floyd Mayweather never lost. And did he cherry pick when and where? Yes. But guys, from 130, 135, he cleaned out 135. He beat the best guy at 130, beat the best guy at 135. Yes, did he pick and choose at 140, 47, and 54? Yeah, but he won all those fights.
That's right.
And he beat a lot of good fighters.
50-0.
And more than that, put Floyd at his best in with anyone through history. You do not know who wins. Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, it's true. Floyd is one of the top 10 greatest pound-for-pound fighters who ever lived. Tough to argue otherwise. But pound for pound, he can't be above Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a flyweight champion. Not that he turned pro at flyweight. He was good enough as a flyweight to be the lineal champion, the real champion. Now, he didn't win titles in every division. He skipped some of these, but I just want to tell you how flyweight, junior bantam, junior feather, junior light, junior welter, welter, junior middle.
He rolling.
And he laid waste to these divisions. Yeah. He fought great fighters. He never ducked anybody.
Mayweather, no disrespect at all to him. He's one of my favorite fighters growing up. Love watching him fight. Perhaps the greatest boxing business person of all time. Yeah. Look at actual boxers in the business. But I don't want to see many fighters come out of retirement. He's done everything he can do. He's one of the best fighters of all time.
But to truly grasp the tension behind this debate, you have to understand that this isn't the first time Kellerman has gone Allen against Floyd Mayweather. 4 years, their careers have been linked by one of the most infamous predictions in modern boxing history, a professional ghost that still haunts Kellerman to this day. Long before the historic super fight with Manny Pacquiao, Kellerman was the loudest and most respected voice predicting Mayweather's imminent downfall. He famously and repeatedly claimed Floyd's legendary defensive style was about to fall off a cliff, insisting that age and wear and tear would catch up to him and his perfect record would finally crumble.
Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. He stops the bout. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Because he's the promoter also.
Well, I guess. I mean, also, it's Floyd Mayweather. Like, what's the referee going to do? Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That wasn't the back of the head. And so he kicks the guy out. And they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was
Kellerman wasn't just predicting a loss. He forecasted a total, unprecedented collapse. Of course, it never happened. Mayweather went on to dominate Pacquiao and retire undefeated, turning Kellerman's bold predictions into a meme among boxing fans, a lasting symbol of his supposed bias against Money Mayweather. That history adds a whole new layer to today's debate. Is Kellerman's push to elevate Crawford's legacy pure, unbiased analysis, or the final move in a decade-long chess game, a calculated attempt to retroactively win an old argument by redefining greatness? As the community grappled with his take on Crawford, Kellerman widened his critique, targeting the most sacred cow in boxing, Floyd Mayweather's pound-for-pound status. Reacting to a recent ESPN ranking that placed Floyd #1 for this century, Kellerman strongly disagreed, arguing that Mayweather shouldn't even be above Manny Pacquiao. He highlighted Pacquiao's historic journey from flyweight to welterweight, conquering multiple divisions and never avoiding top competition. A feat Mayweather's carefully curated career, in Kellerman's eyes, simply cannot match.
FIB.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
#1.
Yeah, and then pound for pound. See, Pacquiao he started as a flyweight champ. Not just he started his career there, he was the champion at flyweight and then moved up. There are so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt. Even the fact that he could compete with Floyd Mayweather, who's a naturally bigger guy and one of the greatest pure boxers, Pacquiao's overall body of work, you could have him second pound for pound behind Sugar Ray Robinson.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
Oh, that dude. It's the calves, man. He's got those fast twitchies and those big calves jump in on you and generate a lot of power. Crazy hand speed and power from a southpaw. Really awkward, hard to beat, lightning fast. Pacquiao was all that.